Question number 22 gives us 2 points, A and B, and they're represented by p minus 1 over 2 and p over 3. So the a, x, and y coordinates are given for A, and same with B is p over 3 and 2p minus 3 over 4. So A says, what is a simplified rational expression for the slope of the line passing through AB? To find that, we need to find the rise and run. So to find the rise, I subtract the two y coordinates. So I'm going to end up with 2p minus 3 over 4 minus p over 3. And for the change in x, it's just going to be p over 3 minus p minus 1 over 3. Okay, so p minus 1 over 2. Okay, so make sure that we have it in the right order. It's y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. And simplifying these expressions, I'm going to do the change in x first. I'm going to get a common denominator, so I get 2p over 6 minus 3p minus 3 over 6. Just make sure you're careful with that negative. I'm just going to put brackets around here. And I end up with 2p minus 3p, which is negative p, minus negative 3 is plus 3. And that's all over 6. And that represents my change in x. My change in y, I'm going to subtract those. Common denominator is 12, so I'm going to end up with 6p minus 9 over 12 minus 4p over 12. Subtract those. 6p minus 4p gives me 2p minus 9 over 12. And that represents my change in y. So I've got my change in y, my change in x, my slope. When I simplify this, I'm going to end up with 2p minus 9 over 12 divided by negative p plus 3 over 6. So a few ways I can simplify this. I can just multiply top and bottom by 12 to get rid of the divide by 12. I can make the denominator in the denominator equal to 12, and then I can just cancel out the denominators. So a few different ways you can do this. So how I'm going to do this, I'm just going to flip and multiply. So 2p minus 19 over 12 times the reciprocal, which is 6 over negative p plus 3. Okay, so that's not 19, that's 9, isn't it? Okay, and so we end up multiplying these together, and we're going to simplify these common factors. There's no other common factors involved. So I end up with 2p minus 9 over, it looks like it's going to be 2 times negative p, so negative 2p plus 6. Okay, so there's my simplified expression. So that's part A. So this is my slope. Part B, so that's A. Part B says, what can you say about the slope of A to B when p is equal to 3? So when p is equal to 3, when I substitute the slope, p is equal to 3, when I calculate the slope, I'm going to end up with 6 minus 9, so 2 times 3 minus 9, and I get negative 2 times 3, which is 6 plus 6, so I end up with negative 3 over 0, so this is undefined slope. So this is undefined or vertical slope. So what ends up happening in this situation is we end up with 2 points that have the same x coordinate, and so we're going to have a vertical line. And if you take a look at the the expression when we do 3 minus 1 for x divided by 2, we get 1. When we do 3 divided by 3 for the x coordinate here, we get 1. So this is going to be an x coordinate at 1, and the 2 points are on top of each other, which gives us vertical slope.